Welcome for this briefing. Now, I can confirm there is an investigation which is going on about the shareholding of Papillon Hotel and Restaurant within Bamburi. This is an investigation which we have been doing for quite some time, and is at an advanced stage. And as now I talk to you, I'm from the DPP, where we have been doing some consultations, and there was what he have advised us to do so that the investigations are complete. Now, the baseline of the investigation is about the front-end transfer of the shares from the principal owner to some other 2 or 3 shareholders, about 2 others. That is the basis of the investigation. It seems some fraud was done, some forgery also was done, and most likely also will be looking into the earnings of all those years since 1998 up to date, and whether the taxation have been being paid as the law requires. So for the time being also will be involving Interpol, because some of the suspects are out of the country, and they will be communicating further with the Interpol to assist us for them to avail themselves to state their story, the side of the story. So far we have been collaborating well with other agencies. It's a case where we are using other agencies to collect evidence. That is the Registrar of Companies, the Lottery Ministry, and also the KRI. And we are heading well, and I can promise you good results from this one. Now, this is a foreign national investment, and we are taking it very seriously, so that we can curtail about forgeries where foreigners, and we would wish this one to be a lesson to others. So, and not only for the foreigners, and every property in Kenya is supposed to be protected, and if there is any transfer, to be done lawfully within the law. Or the local suspects, yeah, after this consultation and the charges are preferred, maybe 2 weeks, we will be seeing some faces in court.
So far, you have recorded statements from how many people?
Without specific number, we have recorded anonymous statements from various people, because you hear you are using all agencies like KRI, RAD Registry, and so there are several of them without specific number.
He had 100 shares, but later on transferred 25 shares to his wife. Sometimes in 1998, he had a case in Europe, that is in Italy, and he was jailed for 10 years. Now, during this period, he was being represented, him and his wife were being represented by a senior counsel in this town, a senior counsel who formerly was a partner in Bryson Inamdaran-Boya. Sometimes in the year 2013, while he was still in prison, allegedly he transferred the remaining 75 shares to his wife, who passed away, and interestingly, the remaining shares of his wife were also transferred to his son and daughter. Now, what the DCI is trying to investigate is how were these shares transferred without the consent of Mr. Herbert Oser, who was the director, together with his wife. And even if, assuming without conceding that he transferred these shares to his wife, then how could his wife alone transfer the 100 shares to her children? What is coming out is that the fraud could have been perpetrated by the senior counsel and an accountant who is very senior in this town. The DCI has recorded the statement of the senior counsel together with the statement of the accountant, who are the suspects, and has also recorded the statement of Mr. Herbert Oser, whose shares were transferred fraudulently, and are now in the process of sending the file to the DPP to recommend charges against the senior counsel and the accountant, together with the two children of Mr. Herbert Oser. Now, these two children are out of the jurisdiction of this country, and for that reason, the DCI will liaise with the DPP to take out warrants through the Interpol. This will be done anytime between now and next week. The DCI has even gotten the evidence of the document examiner, who has confirmed in his findings that those signatures do not belong to Mr. Herbert Oser. The only shares he transferred were 25 shares, which I've told you. He did not transfer 75 shares. Now the question is, even if he assuming without conceding that he transferred all his shares to his wife, could his wife alone, as a director, transfer shares? The law does not allow that. You cannot be a sole director in the company. At least you have to be two directors. Just a short call, then I'm coming.
Sawa.
Unapiga picha kwanza? Huu ni blogger, ni blogger. Blogger mzuri sana. Ndio mzuri sana basi. Mbona washaenda on air? Sawa. Weka mzungu kama katakaliwa potential. No, actually
He was saying you can call the newsman from Standard and talk to them on phone, but they insisted that he should come.
Here camera.
Mwambie tu kama yuko pale ofisini tutapata.
Ngoja tuambie kama yeye pale yuko mfuata.
Kama yuko pale ofisini kwake tu.
Tell us your findings.
Yeah.
Findings.
Okay, finding investigation now is open. We are fighting today, and after further investigation.
There is a problem with that because I have seen the letter that they were asking for an investigations to be done.